All right.
I have to get back into it, you know. Mississippi.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Welcome back to Ring Talk.
Ooh,
we are back.
That made me jump.
We are back.
That's how hyped.
It's hyped.
Officially, Caysen's back after his little hiatus.
And then you're back.
I'm back.
Philly.
I went to Philadelphia, saw where WrestleMania 40 took place.
Yes.
Got to check that out a little bit. I saw where the original ECW was held, which is kind of cool just to see. Also, took a little trip to New York for a day.
Y'all thought we were done.
No.
Nah, this is just a return like John Cena at the Royal Rumble.
We are just getting started.
We're back. We're going to be talking about Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Paul Heyman getting kicked out of the bloodline, the special guest referee Chaos.
Yeah, CM Punk is cleared. He's officially cleared.
All of that and more on Ring Talk.
On Ring Talk. Let's start it off with Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
When she returned, you heard that crowd.
Dude, I wasn't expecting that. Were you?
Bro, you knew it was coming. You knew we were getting close.
We were getting
close. You were like, you were always wondering, like, is tonight the night?
Yeah.
Is it tonight? Well, that was the night.
Oh, that was the night.
And what a time for her to return with Liv Morgan literally on top of Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio was starting to...
I don't think that's PG, man.
No, I mean, I think we're deviating a little bit away from that
I'm glad that we're finally done with it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll finally
they
be
can
over.
Get a little edgy.
Yeah.
Which I think is what a lot of people were looking forward to and were wanting. But first match that was really made official kind of was Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
Yep.
For the women's world title.
I feel like we'll see whose side Dominic's going to pick.
I know. I still think... And I want to say something. I was watching another podcast. It was called Busted Open Radio.
Okay.
It's with like Mark Henry's on there. Bubba Ray Dudley was on there. And I think Dolph Ziggler is on there sometimes. Anyways, they were talking how they brought up an idea about Dominic being suspended high above in a shark cage. And I was like... Bro, I told this to Caysen before anybody else said it.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, nothing would make me happier if it's Ripley versus Morgan with Dominic in a shark cage held above.
Maybe they'll make that official tonight.
It's possible because we're recording this on
a Monday. Yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw, a lot is going on.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's more like relevant stuff going on.
What do you think of the Wyatt Six and Chad Gable storyline going on? How do you feel about it? Some people are nervous that Wyatt Six at the end of the day is not going to deliver. What do you think?
I have a feeling that we need something at SummerSlam.
Something big. Now, as of right now, there's no match.
Yeah.
Announced.
I say we have like the members of the Wyatt Six, like Eric Rowan or whoever they want in there. But I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
They've finally made it official. Chad Gable and
the Creed brothers
are together.
They started beating up on Alpha Academy, and that's another time that...
I feel like that's once Wyatt Six possibly moves on, I think we'll get back at...
We finally got to see Uncle Howdy's sister Abigail on Chad Gable, so that was sick. Where was the Creed brothers during that? They were like right outside the ring. They didn't see that go on.
They didn't see that going on. They were busy. They were expecting the people to come down the ramp.
Yeah, they had like the chairs in their hands.
Uncle Howdy had other ideas.
Yeah, because they attacked Bo Dallas a few weeks ago.
And I like how it's they are sticking with the Bo Dallas name.
Yeah,
we weren't sure if they were going to go with his real name or something else, or they were going to stick with Bo Dallas.
It is pretty funny how that 1 week of Raw, Chad Gable's like, I found out who the real person behind Uncle Howdy was. It's none other than Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
And Michael Cole's like, duh.
Yeah.
I do like heel Chad Gable, though.
Chad Gable's been killing it.
Yeah.
Been killing it.
And I like the stuff with the New Day and Final
Testament.
We saw Alpha Academy get involved in that.
Do you see Xavier Woods? Is he going to turn heel?
I don't know.
You know, I think is the only way for Xavier Woods to maybe get to that next level Is it to turn heel and turn on the New Day?
Yeah. We haven't seen Kofi that much because of the injuries.
And obviously Big E's been dealing with his own injuries for the past few years.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen the last of Big E. If we
I hope
ever
and
get a
pray
return,
we get
that
a
would
Big
be crazy.
Yeah.
I would be hyped.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see where this goes. Maybe, like, Big E can come out, and this is, like, after the New Day's been broken up, and we have, like, a triple threat match between the three. That would be sick.
There you go.
That's, like, that would probably be a while away,
That
though.
dream
match.
scenario.
Dream scenario. I don't know how they would pull it off.
Yeah. Another big rivalry, World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther and Damian Priest.
We saw that brawl last week on Monday Night Raw. That was crazy.
Do you see Judgment Day crumbling down?
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We definitely see Finn Balor not liking the new Damian Priest. Mm-hmm. He even expresses it.
And maybe Finn Balor, it does seem Damian Priest has gotten a little bit big of a head since he became world champion.
Yeah. Damian Priest has been like more of like a soloist. I am my own thing now. Like, I don't need you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe we could see something from that at SummerSlam between the two.
Definitely see that they're pushing him more as a babyface recently.
Yeah.
But he's going up against Gunther at SummerSlam. And there's a very select few people in WWE that have defeated Gunther.
Yeah. And speaking of that, let's talk about Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker.
Last week on Monday Night Raw, the main event, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso beat the tag champions. But after the match, we see Braun Breaker come in and spear Sami. He's on a quest to break Sami.
I would never in a million years want to take a spear from Braun Breaker.
Dude,
I'll take a spear from Goldberg. I'll take a spear from Edge. I'll take a spear from Roman Reigns. I don't want to take a spear from Braun Breaker.
After seeing what he did to Ilya Dragunov,
it would break me in half.
Yeah. Didn't he like do like a sport or something?
Yeah, he was playing football.
Yeah.
And he's bouncing off those ropes like nobody's business.
The athleticism of him is crazy.
Yes. And he's getting a Intercontinental Championship shot at SummerSlam. His second try.
Yep. We'll see that. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was a weird way to end off the show though, with like an Intercontinental Championship thing, but it makes sense. Yeah. They gotta build it up somehow. Next we got. You want to go over to SmackDown and talk about what's going on down there?
We can hit on NXT just real quick because
That's true.
We got Great American Bash 2 weeks going on, and it's important to mention that Raw tonight, NXT tomorrow night, as well as Raw and NXT next week on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Not USA because of the Olympics. But NXT, we got Ethan Page getting kind of embarrassed by what's the group's name? Aura Menson, I think is what his name is. Yes. Getting kind of embarrassed. Looks like he may get a title shot down the line. Sean Spears and Brooks Jensen kind of teaming up. Yeah. I'm excited to see. We're finally seeing this Sean Spears group we were talking about. We're hoping would come to fruition with kind of like a.
I'm hearing a lot of rumors that the Hardy Boys might show up.
They were talking about how they've won tag team titles all over different companies. One tag team titles they haven't won yet is the NXT tag team titles.
I would love to see it. Yeah, I feel like that would cement the title of the best tag team of all time.
Of all time is the Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
It's possible.
It's possible. If they've won it in every single company, you gotta
put their name out on that list. And then we got some more. We've had some TNA.
Yep,
show
a lot
ups.
of TNA.
Joe Hendry, obviously.
Yeah.
Just recently wrestled on an NXT live event, like just popped up, not non-televised, just a regular live event.
Felt like showing up.
Just felt like showing up because they said his name. I believe he's I think he'll be on this Tuesday's NXT Great American Bash. This one or the next one. Trick Williams obviously wants a rematch for his NXT championship against Ethan Page.
I feel like we'll see it, and we'll see Trick getting it back.
You think?
Because there's no way they're going to let a TNA superstar keep it.
Well, they have Ethan Page. He's an NXT star.
Oh, I thought you said someone else. My bad.
No.
I haven't been watching NXT.
NXT.
Though. My bad.
They're killing it. I'm telling you.
I just.
You got Roxanne Perez versus Thea Hale for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm pumped for that. I can see Thea Hale being a star. I'm telling you. I think she's got the potential.
Maybe not with the college.
Maybe not with the college, but she's got the energy, the persona.
Yeah.
I think she could do well. Yes, SmackDown.
Let's go ahead and talk about the women.
Women.
Bailey and Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. Can she beat Nia Jax? I mean, Nia Jax is looking unstoppable.
We've seen this match before, so it's not like.
But this is a new Nia Jax.
This is a new.
This
Nia
is
Jax.
Queen of the Ring Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And she's got Tiffany Stratton on her side. Miss Money in the Bank. Someone to keep your eye on.
You know, it would be
into
pretty
SummerSlam.
cool to see her like cash in on Nia Jax.
On Nia Jax. I think that's a real possibility.
That's a
maybe
huge
not necessarily
possibility.
at SummerSlam, but possibly down the line.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I said this at the when we started this podcast. Tiffany Stratton will be women's champion by the end of the year.
She will, definitely.
100%.
1,000%. You know, we've always talked about it, even like whenever she was in NXT, we were talking about the potential of
just
Tiffany
killing
Stratton.
it. Even the short time she was there, I mean, she was killing it. She instantly, you were like, this chick is a star,
The real deal.
the real deal.
Yeah. Another thing going on in SmackDown, Logan Paul and LA Knight.
The match,
We've seen this coming.
Everybody's been asking for this matchup for a while, and we're finally
we
getting
even
it.
called it after WrestleMania. We're
Yeah,
like,
we're
this
like,
is the match that's going to happen.
For the United States
I
Championship.
feel like it's about time LA Knight gets a championship.
You think? I agree. At the same time, Logan Paul being United States champion, he's brought a lot to that title. Just being
Yeah.
who he is. Because he's everywhere. He's on podcasts. He's going to UFC events, boxing matches. And it seems like he takes that title everywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting that representation, that,
Yeah.
you know, those eyes on the title, more eyes on WWE.
We'll see.
So he's doing the title justice.
Do you think this might be the match that steals the show?
Ooh. Possibly when it comes to just basic match quality.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, I can see it. This is like one of those matches where people are hyped to see, but not as hype as other matches.
Yeah.
And then finally, let's talk about Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Mm-hmm. First of all, Paul Heyman is out of the bloodline.
Yeah. He says, I will not acknowledge you.
Yeah, that happened while we were doing our thing.
Yeah.
But
and
huge.
Solo Sikoa
thing.
did not appreciate that. Put him through a table. And props to Paul Heyman for taking a good bump. You see him put through that table. He took it.
The tribal chief is Roman Reigns, and he knows it.
He knows it.
He will take shots for the tribal chief.
I can't wait
I
for the tribal chief to return.
I can't wait.
Is that happening at SummerSlam?
I think it's a little too early.
Too early?
Too early. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
And this past SmackDown, we saw Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are the number one contenders for the tag team titles against DIY. So I don't know if necessarily that's going to happen at SummerSlam or if it's going to happen on a SmackDown.
I feel like it might happen on SmackDown. And
Yeah,
I feel like
they've been doing that a lot. They've been doing like
tag team championships.
which I appreciate because it makes each episode worth watching.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good idea.
Just like with Finn Balor and JD winning
the tag.
We didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah.
They won it while we were gone.
Yeah.
I bet y'all know, but
I feel like they won it when we were doing it. I think we did our last episode talking about that.
Really?
I want to say we did. Yeah, because I remember us talking about him and JD, how...
Was that our last episode?
I think so, together, yeah. Finn, trained JD, and we were like, oh, it's kind of a cool little poetic moment. For
That's
them to
true.
be tag team
Yeah,
champions.
that's right. We're losing track of time.
But Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa.
Cody's going to win.
Cody's going to win.
I'm kind of... I like Cody, don't get me wrong, but I feel like
Is
it's
his
repetitive.
title ring a little underwhelming?
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
We had a huge opportunity to see Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, which I still think we'll see down the line. I think
And
Randy Orton will turn heel. On
I
Cody.
think it would be sick if Randy won and surprised everybody.
Ooh, and became champion again.
We need some surprise winners for Cody Rhodes matches.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. One match we forgot to talk about on the Raw side. Punk and McIntyre.
Yeah, I know. I was saving that for last. Yeah. The biggest story right now.
The rivalry of the summer.
Yeah. This is going to be the match of the night.
Yeah.
I'm already calling it.
Yeah. It's got the story going into it. And then Punk's cleared, so we're going to really see what Punk can do.
Punk cost Drew McIntyre the Money in the Bank cash in. We've seen all this.
He cost him the world title like 3 times.
Yeah.
And Drew McIntyre's coming for blood. He's made it personal. These guys just seem to just want to beat up each other.
Yeah. Adam Pearce comes out. He's like, either you lay a hand on it, this match ain't
The match is
happening.
off.
Match is
the
off.
match is off.
He's like, I got a lot of trouble going on right now. I already got Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest
Damien
and
Priest.
Gunther.
He's got Wyatt Six. Adam Pearce has got a lot on his plate right now.
And he's also got some referee issues.
Mm-hmm. Because you saw Drew McIntyre and what he'll do to a referee.
Yeah.
He put his hands on him. He can't do that. Now, no referee wants to get in the middle of the two.
Yep. Besides from Seth Rollins.
From Seth freaking Rollins.
Man, I'm hype. Now the question is, whose side is Seth going to take?
Does Seth Rollins get involved?
Duh.
Yeah, he's going to get involved, but in what way?
You know what would be even more sick? If Seth Rollins just let it be a no disqualification. Just let
them do whatever they want. Just get it all out.
Yeah.
Get it all out and just beat each other up.
And then after the match, when they're both like absolutely like killed, just beat him up himself.
You know, because Seth has got grievances with both men. Obviously,
Definitely.
Drew McIntyre beat him at WrestleMania for the world title.
Seth hates Drew and hates his personality.
And Seth obviously has his issues with CM Punk, as Punk basically cost him the world title at
Money in the Bank. Yeah. We even like saw like after the match, like Seth was like screaming at Punk on the announce table and stuff. Man,
I can't wait to see that match. Rollins and Punk.
Do you think that will be the main event? Like, it's got to be.
Punk and McIntyre? I feel like if it's not, it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
100%.
1000%. Like, I love the match card. Don't get me wrong, but this match is the biggest match. Mm-hmm. This match is probably gonna make the most impact, even if it's not a championship match. It's gonna make the most impact for the
It's got the most story going into it.
Yeah.
If you look at all these rivalries, all these matches,
I'd love to see a triple threat at some point
between the three.
Yeah.
Maybe even for a title or something.
Yeah, maybe like one of the three like gets a championship from Gunther or Damian Priest, whatever, and then we see a triple threat at like Mania or something. Who knows?
Nice. That'd be nice.
But yeah, what do you think the next big pay-per-view is? Do we know yet? Have they told us?
I'm sure they have. I'm sure it's on the schedule. I know Bad Blood is coming up.
Maybe that's,
which I think we'll see.
That could be like a Damian Priest and Finn Balor thing. Bad blood between the two.
And I definitely think this Punk and McIntyre match won't be the last.
Oh,
this
definitely.
won't be. They won't just wrestle one time. I think we could see 2 or 3.
It's
pay-per-view
also very
matches.
good seeing Punk back in the ring.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll finally get to see him after his Royal Rumble injury.
I think McIntyre and Punk will go at it again.
Definitely.
But let's do our official predictions, and then we'll go into where we think each of these men and women will go post SummerSlam. Prediction wise. All right, so
do you want to like talk about the post after each prediction, or do you want to just go through predictions and then talk about posts?
Let's do all the predictions and then we'll go.
Okay.
So we'll go for the World Heavyweight Championship first.
Damian
Priest versus
Gunther.
King of the Ring, Gunther.
Now this one's a hard one. It's like, what kind of thing will happen during the match that'll cost either one?
I don't think it'll be clean. I don't think it'll be a clean win.
Question is, will Giovanni Vinci get involved?
Giovanni Vinci.
Whatever it is.
There you go. I don't know.
We haven't seen anything.
He was dropped to SmackDown and then nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Like,
where's he at? And maybe they're repackaging him.
Maybe they're doing something different.
New. We'll see. But
I feel like it would be cool to see that. That'll be like a really big like pop and surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
3, 2, 1.
Gunther. All right.
I think Finn Balor is getting involved.
Finn Balor.
And it's going to cost Damian Priest the world title.
And we'll see the fall of the Judgment. If that's going to happen, they're also leaning towards kicking Rhea Ripley out. Mm-hmm. So maybe Dominic betrays Rhea as well.
It's possible.
But we'll talk about that match later. Next, we got Bayley and Nia Jax. This one's a big one. This one I'm torn on a little bit, but I'm going to go with my gut. I'm not too sure because it's 50-50, really. Because I don't know. Maybe Tiffany will be the outcome of it all. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. I said Bailey.
Bailey, and I almost want to change my answer, but it's too late. I've shown the board.
Yeah.
You can't change your answer.
I had to think.
I don't think this will be I think these women will face each other again.
Definitely. I feel like if we're both the Queen and King of the Ring shouldn't win at the same night. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, I agree.
Yeah. Because if that's the case, then that Queen and King of the Ring, they should just gave them the titles. But all right, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Big match.
We'll
see.
Women's World Championship. Battle for Dominic continues.
3, 2, 1. I said Liv
Morgan. I do think Dominic is going to turn.
I think so as well.
And cost Rhea Ripley the championship.
We did see Dominic tell her all this stuff about him not wanting her.
Yeah, he said Liv Morgan makes his life miserable. He's ruined his life. And Liv went on crying. But was that just a ploy?
I think it was because earlier the night he was wanting to be around her. You remember they were looking for Rhea Ripley.
They were backstage.
She said something to him. She walks away. Finn Balor saw it happen, and Finn Balor's like, all right, let's keep looking. And he's like, I think she went this way. And he pointed the way that Liv Morgan went. And
is Finn Balor influencing Dominic?
Who knows? Finn Balor.
A little bit. Maybe a little bit.
I love seeing this side of him. I want to see him as like the head of the group, though. I miss the Finn Balor that everyone loved. That was like, this is the real deal. This guy is actually a high competitor athlete. You know. We'll see. So far, we have the same predictions.
So far.
Number 4, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. We can just go ahead and get this one out of the way.
Yeah, I think we're both pretty confident.
3, 2, 1. Cody Rhodes,
American
I feel
Nightmare.
like if this would be an upset, it would be the biggest upset.
It would be the biggest.
Biggest upset.
My jaw would drop straight to the floor if Solo picked up the victory.
But it would be a great opportunity for Roman Reigns to show up. But I feel like if Solo did win, that would be when Roman would show up. But
yeah,
if Cody wins, then that's out the window. Yeah. Logan Paul and LA Knight. Big match.
United States Championship. Dream match. Everybody's been looking forward to.
LA Knight, you know,
a little bit this year. It's been a little
he was so hyped, and
ever since Mania, he had a big victory over Styles,
and then that was it.
And then his next pay-per-view or premium live event match was Money in the Bank. Lost that.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. I said LA Knight.
I said Logan Paul.
There we go. Finally, one of us is getting punished.
I don't think LA Knight's gonna win at SummerSlam, but I do think LA Knight is the one to take the title from Logan Paul.
Okay.
Just not right now. Especially with SummerSlam being in Cleveland, and that's where I believe Logan Paul is originally from. So,
we'll see. Next is Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
I
think this is upset of the night.
You think?
3, 2, 1. I say Braun Breaker.
I say Braun Breaker.
I say
I don't think he'll
push
lose
him enough. Might as well.
I don't think he'll lose to Sami again.
He's like the main star of Raw.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's killing it. He's easily.
The crowd's already getting in with the woo chants, you know?
I love Braun Breaker.
I love him, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to give a too big, bold prediction.
I think
within 2 years, he'll be world champion.
Oh.
Within 2 years.
Okay.
I don't want to say a year. I don't want to say by next year.
Now, with Ilya Dragunov being like the, let's say like the, whatchamacallit, he's like the person that they use from the rivalry just
to kind of hype the rivalry up a little bit.
What do you think they'll do with Ilya Dragunov?
I mean, we're getting an Ilya Dragunov and Gunther match at some point down the line. We got Bash at Berlin coming up, which actually may be the next pay-per-view or premium live event.
Which
you could see Gunther
is
versus
very
Ilya
interesting because Dragunov is like losing all these matches and stuff. But
unless they do like a number one contenders battle royal or something, and he wins the battle royal, or
does fit his persona.
Maybe if Gunther wins, he faces Gunther at Bash.
I could see him like getting killed that entire match and then somehow getting it at the end.
Yeah,
because Dragunov is crazy. He fights.
He's
no
the
matter
man.
how-
He's the man.
He didn't get pinned by Braun Breaker. They just called it off.
They just called it off.
If Dragunov wanted to, he probably could have gone back in that ring.
Yeah.
But let's go with the main match: CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I feel like. Okay, I'll explain my reasoning after.
All right.
I feel like we both have the same answer for this.
Do we?
3, 2, 1.
Because I don't think we do. Drew McIntyre.
CM Punk for me.
Drew McIntyre deserves to win this match for one.
I guess you are favoring Drew McIntyre.
I love Drew McIntyre.
I say CM Punk because this is the first one-on-one match we've seen him in WWE. Mm-hmm. So I say they might as well give him the win for his first match back.
See, I think Seth Rollins is going to do something, maybe to hurt both men.
Yeah.
But I think Drew McIntyre will get the pin and beat CM Punk.
All right, so
Yeah, I think
there
that's
is
going
a
to
chance.
cause friction between Punk and Rollins, and that's obviously going to make Punk want another match against McIntyre.
I feel like with both the matches we disagreed on, it could go either way.
Yeah,
know?
we disagreed on the Logan Paul, LA Knight, and Punk and McIntyre.
Which also sets the point to where if we're both wrong about one of the matches, then we tie it
Then we
again.
tie.
We go to the wheel.
What can I say?
The wheel of
Destiny. Punishments.
the wheel of punishment. That's too basic.
We'll think. We'll workshop. More.
It's too
names.
basic. But yeah, nothing more we can say on that. Those are all
Going forward, when it comes to where we see these guys going.
All right, so we'll go through the matches that we both agree is like the winner of it. Damian Priest and Gunther. We both said Gunther.
Because we got
Damian Priest. We'll see him in Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Gunther.
We got Bash in Berlin coming up, and he's from Austria, but that's near Germany. So I think obviously they're going to want him to be world champion to get more eyes on that.
The thing
event.
about the battle royale you said with Ilya Dragunov, I feel like that's the best move
Maybe.
because I can't think of, especially if like the Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins stuff. Who will go after Gunther?
Who goes up against Gunther?
Yeah.
I think Ilya Dragunov, it's clear that these guys can put on banger matches.
Maybe Jey Uso.
Jey Uso possibly.
Maybe,
I mean, if Sami Zayn loses the IC, he could maybe be put in the world title picture. And Sami Zayn was the one that beat Gunther for the title.
I say battle royale or like a qualifier match between like 4 competitors or something. It's probably the best.
I could see either Ilya Dragunov going up or Sami Zayn, especially because Sami can use the argument, "I beat you at WrestleMania."
I say it's about time to put Jey Uso into this bloodline stuff.
You think? It definitely seems like we're getting there.
Yeah. That's like the best next move for him.
Or do they
I don't
wait?
think
Do they
the
wait until
singles title
Jimmy
stuff is
Uso
working out.
returns? Do they wait until Jimmy Uso returns?
Maybe they both return together.
Does that happen at SummerSlam? Does Jimmy Uso return at SummerSlam to cost Solo the title after they turned on him?
I could see it. We haven't heard anything about Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Anything. But I'd love to see it.
It's possible.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. All this bloodline stuff, I'm like, can we just get over it?
It is seeing a little. It seems like it's getting dragged out a little bit.
Can we just go to Survivor Series and end this thing?
Is that what it's? Do you think that's where we're headed towards?
Yeah.
Is War Games?
War
and
Games.
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Bloodline against Bloodline.
Now the question is, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso. Is it going to be Sami Zayn as that?
I think it should be. I would like that. I think that would be. It just brings everything full circle.
It would really change how Roman Reigns is looked at in his personality, though. Mm-hmm. And about him saying that.
I think he's got to change. He's got to change slightly, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
When he comes back, because he's coming back, I assume, as a babyface, as a good guy.
As a good guy, yeah.
But he's going to keep that tribal chief aura. But I think he's got to tweak it a little bit to come off as a good guy.
Yeah.
I hope it's Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn would be sick. Or I heard that there's a new member to the Bloodline coming. Mm. Maybe one of the members in the Bloodline gets out, or maybe they kick Solo Sikoa out of the Bloodline. It's just all of those 4 new guys. That would be sick.
They're just backstabbing everybody.
Yeah. Maybe Paul Heyman will get
Paul Heyman, bro. Could you imagine? Paul Heyman. That's not a bad idea, though.
Roman's like, I'm looking for a fourth member.
My name is Paul Heyman. That would be just...
If we see that happen...
Could you just imagine the poster for that match? Paul Heyman, and he's gonna be wearing
like the whole
he's gonna be wearing like a sweatsuit. It's like jogger pants or
the
something.
new bloodline on the right. Roman Reigns,
Usos.
You just see Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's got like a mean face.
He's like,
yes, there you go.
Oh man! All right, so okay,
Bayley, Nia Jax.
Yeah,
we both said Bayley. I think we'll get another Bayley and Nia Jax match down the line. Because I think Nia Jax will eventually win, and eventually we're going to see Tiffany Stratton turn on Nia Jax and cash in Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And then a rivalry there. Because I could see them turning Tiffany Stratton
babyface. I can definitely see Nia Jax winning it.
Yeah, because the crowd is behind Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
They like Tiffy time.
Yeah, so that means that maybe they'll push for a face if people are liking her.
Mm-hmm.
But... They're also doing that Braun Breaker, though. Braun Breaker's a heel, and people still love Braun Breaker and what he's doing. So.
Where does Bayley go? Once she loses the title, where does Bayley go?
Maybe some, Jade Cargill stuff. Maybe
possibly
Bianca Belair, tag team stuff. Who knows?
I
say we bring back the Hug Bayley, though.
Hug Bayley?
Hug Bayley.
I was hoping we were going to see that at Mania.
I was, too.
That would have been fun. Even if it was just for that one night.
That would have been the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, even if it was just for one night, it would have been really cool.
But yeah, there's that Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. I say Liv Morgan joins the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley.
And you think we'll get maybe a mixed tag team match down the line with Priest and Ripley, and then Morgan and Dominic or Finn?
Buddy Murphy's Rhea Ripley's real life husband, right?
Yeah. He's signed to AEW, though.
He signed back?
He signed back to AEW.
So
I guess that he wasn't planning on re-signing, but I guess they offered him a very nice contract.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? I could definitely see Rhea Ripley and Morgan against...
Yeah.
Or Rhea Ripley and Priest against Balor and Morgan.
Yeah.
And maybe Dom's in a cage above.
One of us said something about that happening. That match, predicting that match to happen.
Yeah, you've talked about it before.
Yeah. I definitely see Rhea still coming for that title, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing this rivalry's over.
Yeah, even if she loses, she's going to want another title match. Is there anybody on the Raw roster when it comes to the women's side that you would like to see get a women's world title match? Currently, we got Lyra Valkyria, obviously.
We have
they're pushing her. Io Sky. Obviously, I think Dakota Kai deserves a little bit of a push.
Sonya Deville.
We didn't talk much about their new faction.
I kind of forgot about it.
Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler.
They're having a thing going on with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Yeah, and Lyra Valkyria. I like how we're seeing a little bit more women's factions.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of those.
Factions is the main name of WWE.
If you want to get ahead in your career, if you're in a storyline that's a faction related, it can do you. I mean, look at Evolution.
Yeah.
Triple H and Ric Flair brought in Batista and Randy Orton. And look at those two
four guys.
And then Batista and Randy Orton. Look at what being in that group did for their careers.
Yeah.
Megastars.
Now,
can do it for
of course, people
too.
like Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre, they don't need anything like that going on for them.
Not anymore.
We
look at Seth Rollins again.
Seth Rollins with the Shield.
Imagine if Seth Rollins didn't have the Shield. Would Seth Rollins be the Seth Rollins? No, he needed that.
Yeah. I'm saying for the moment
right now, yeah.
Yeah. Those guys don't need it, but of course, for the lower class, I bet Akira Tozawa wouldn't be here anymore if he wasn't in Alpha Academy.
And I always look forward to Akira Tozawa. He's hilarious.
I love his face whenever they're having Alpha Academy and Chad Gable stuff, and he's just sitting there looking the entire time. He's not saying a word or anything. Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny. But yeah, speaking of Alpha Academy, where do we go from here?
I definitely see them going up against Chad Gable and his group down the line.
But if that's the case, what are they going to do Wyatt 6?
Wyatt 6.
Are they going to go for their next target?
Mm-hmm. I still think we're going to see them go up against Seth Rollins down the line.
Yeah, I was really hoping that Money in the Bank.
I thought that's what was going to happen, but
that would have been the perfect opportunity.
But I wasn't sure if they were going to go how far they were going to go with the Chad Gable and them storyline. Mm-hmm. Seems like they're going to go pretty far with it. So I think down the line we will see Wyatt Six and Seth Rollins.
I just feel like if they've been pushing for this return forever, they need to put them at a higher level. You know?
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
Who knows?
So we'll talk about Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. I think possibly Jimmy Uso returning.
Yeah.
And costing Solo the title is a real possibility.
We definitely see Cody winning, but will Solo still be going for Cody after?
That would be 2 years in a row that Jimmy Uso has cost somebody.
Yeah.
The WWE title.
At SummerSlam. Yeah.
But
that's like his thing. That's like his
Cody, obviously, we're clearly working towards Cody and Rock. At this point, who freaking knows when that's going to happen?
Is The Rock going to show up at the Royal Rumble?
Is it going to be Royal Rumble? Is it going to be WrestleMania? If that's the case, then are we going to wait another year for Rock and Roman? I don't know.
I want to see Rock and Roman at Mania. I think that's a better option than Rock and Cody.
But the thing is will they do Rock and Cody this next WrestleMania and then wait another year and do Rock versus Roman then?
We'll see.
It's possible. Solo Sikoa, obviously, it's clear we're working towards a Bloodline versus Bloodline big civil war.
And Cody Rhodes, where do we see him going?
I mean, I see a Randy Orton rivalry coming up because obviously, clearly, we're just filling space to get to Mania.
Yeah.
So we got Randy Orton as a possibility. I could see Cody going up against Kevin Owens. You could see him going up against maybe even Logan Paul again.
Yeah.
LA Knight.
Speaking of SmackDown, let's talk about Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Theory. I see that team isn't lasting much longer.
No.
And
they're definitely pushing.
You see Austin Theory looking like he's going to be the baby face coming out. This is definitely a make or break for Austin Theory. Mm-hmm. If he can pull this off, then he's going to be a star.
Yep.
If not, then
this is like a gamble for them.
Yeah.
If this goes well, then both their careers.
It works, yeah.
But if it doesn't go well, both their careers down.
Grayson Waller definitely is like the next Miz.
Yeah.
Easily. I love Grayson Waller. I think he's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Austin Theory, I think, has got the talent.
We'll see.
So,
and speaking of all the Logan Paul stuff, you said Logan Paul is one of them. We're talking about Logan Paul, LA Knight.
I think Logan Paul, I think, will win. But I think we'll get another Paul and Knight match down the line. I don't think he'll win clean.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cheating, maybe with brass knuckles or something.
Yeah.
Maybe something creative. I don't know. But
maybe iShowSpeed will show up again.
Maybe iShowSpeed will show up again.
That was hilarious.
Jake Paul will show up. But I think we'll get another match down the line. I do think we do need to give Knight a title.
If Logan Paul wins, I think this rivalry will keep going. Mm-hmm. If LA Knight wins, where do we go from there?
I think we'll get a rematch. Obviously, I don't think this will be the last match these guys go against. We'll get a rematch. If LA Knight wins at SummerSlam, we'll get a rematch. I think he'll win that again. Rivalry-wise, I don't know. Who's some guys that would go after Kevin Owens?
We got Kevin Owens.
If Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are in the mix. If DIY loses the tag titles, maybe Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, I feel like the divisions for SmackDown aren't the best.
Raw is definitely on top right now.
Yeah.
If you were asking me a year ago what I thought, I would say SmackDown would have been on top. I was loving SmackDown much more than I was loving Raw, but as of right now, I'm loving Raw much more than I'm loving SmackDown.
Definitely. Raw is stacked. They literally have so many people they can do stories with and stuff. Speaking of Raw, let's go ahead and go Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. What do we think? So we both think that Braun Breaker will win.
Yeah. 100%.
Will Sami come back for it, or will Sami go ahead and go after Gunther?
Maybe both. but it's a matter of what comes first.
Yeah.
I definitely think we're going to see a Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov Intercontinental Championship match down the line, and maybe a Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser match down the line. When it comes to Sammy, I think him going after Gunther is a real possibility, and us getting a rematch there. I think that could very well happen at Bash in Berlin for the world title.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. Maybe Uncle Howdy stuff will go on after.
Because if Uncle Howdy's going after people that turned on their groups,
Sami
Zayn turned on the bloodline.
Yeah. For a very good reason.
For a very good reason.
But Uncle Howdy doesn't care about reason.
Same with Seth Rollins. He turned on the Shield.
You think Randy Orton had a good reason when he betrayed Bray Wyatt? He doesn't care.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Okay.
Do you think White 6 will ever hot brands SmackDown?
I think so, because technically they're not signed.
They're not. They were never drafted to
Yeah.
anybody. So I think they could hop over to SmackDown.
Maybe
if they want to.
every other rivalry will be at a different show. Mm-hmm. You know, like Raw, SmackDown, Raw.
Because who's going to tell them no?
Yeah.
Who's going to tell them no? I'm not.
I wouldn't. Have you seen Eric Rowan?
Have you seen Eric Rowan? That's a big boy.
With a bunny mask.
And I'm pretty sure he's like very flexible. Like he can get his leg up high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the last match. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
I want Drew McIntyre to win so bad.
I feel like whoever wins this goes after Seth Rollins. But I don't know. I feel like all three of these guys will still be going at it.
Do you think we wait? Okay, so do you think the ultimate ending to this rivalry is a triple threat? When does that happen?
I say WrestleMania.
Do you think you wait till WrestleMania? If that's the case, then when does Seth Rollins and CM Punk happen? A one-on-one match there. And does Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre happen? A rematch. When does that happen?
Maybe okay.
I think at Bad Blood we're gonna get another Drew McIntyre and CM Punk match.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'll have some stipulation, maybe a Hell in a Cell match.
I'm thinking maybe Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre at Bad Blood.
At Bad Blood, you think?
Yeah.
What does CM Punk do? Is he the special referee?
Is he going to interfere? I think he'll interfere.
He'll interfere, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then after that, we'll have what's the next one?
Oh, gosh.
Is the Berlin one happen first?
I want to say it does. I don't know 100%. I know it's like...
Do you want me to search it up?
You can. You can look up just 2024 WWE PLE schedule. I think it's... I want to say it's Bash in Berlin and then Bad Blood, because roughly that gets us to October, and then maybe November's Survivor Series.
Okay.
I want to say.
So the next one would probably... We need to go down.
Wait, you were there. So
okay.
There's SummerSlam.
There's SummerSlam. Next is Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin.
So Bash in Berlin's next.
So
we know the Dragunov and Gunther thing should happen.
Possibly. I also would like to see if I was writing things, maybe hold off, maybe do Sammy and Gunther at Bash in Berlin, and then
have a clear fan favorite.
Save Gunther, make him world champion all the way to Mania.
Maybe have Dragunov win the Royal Rumble.
Dragunov win the Royal Rumble and do Ilya Dragunov and Gunther at Mania for the world title. That's how maybe I would do it.
And then after that's Bad Blood, and then Crown
Jewel. We have Crown Jewel coming up. And then Survivor Series.
And then Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber.
Mania. Okay.
So let's go through the first next two.
Okay.
Because there's no way we're going to talk about Crown Jewel with the time we have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about
Bash in Berlin. I think Sami Zayn and Gunther is a good chance.
That's a good shot. So if that's the case, let's go and talk about CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Does anything even happen at Bash in Berlin with that rivalry?
I say
do they
no.
even put a match there?
I say no.
Do they save it for Bad
Yeah.
Blood. I agree. I could see them not having Punk or McIntyre at that event.
But to be fair, that's like if we're going from August 3rd to October 5th, that's a long way.
That's 2 months.
Yeah, that's a long way to build that up.
Yeah, maybe they don't have. I mean, maybe you do CM Punk and Seth Rollins at Bash in Berlin, and McIntyre gets involved, and then they do McIntyre and Punk at Bad Blood.
Maybe Bad Blood with all three of them. Maybe
You think, or
all
do you
three
save
of
it,
them had Bad Blood.
or do you save it?
I don't
Do
know.
you save it? I don't know. These are all solid points.
And then Crown Jewel,
Crown
Survivor
Jewel,
Series.
Crown Jewel, I could see. Crown Jewel could be where they do Punk and Rollins, because that's a match that everybody's looking forward to, and everybody wants to see those guys go at it one-on-one.
Yeah.
And Crown Jewel, they're always trying to push that event because it's a Saudi Arabia event, and they're always trying to put big matches on there. So I could see them doing Punk and Rollins.
I just want to point out that the logo for this year's Survivor Series is the original logo with red and blue.
Is that?
So we could see Raw and SmackDown.
Are they doing Raw and SmackDown?
We could see that, but the venue's not even.
I would
determined,
love.
the city's not
You had
determined.
mentioned it before. I would love a WWE versus TNA deal.
Yeah. Triple H has a lot on his plate, but he's the only.
He's got a
one
lot of
that can do it.
options. It's nice to have options.
Yeah. The Crown Jewel, we don't even have a date for. I mean, November 2nd, that's the date. Survivor Series, we don't have a date for.
That's usually during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's usually like the weekend after.
So, Royal Rumble's February 1st, as always. Yeah. Elimination Chamber, we don't have anything.
I know WrestleMania is a little later.
April 19th and 20th.
Yeah, it's usually
So
it's at the beginning of April. It's towards the end.
Bad Blood, I say we do, like,
I think we do a rematch with Punk and McIntyre, but with a special stipulation.
yeah, I say that's the move. Bash in the Berlin, maybe Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre.
Maybe Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre.
Bad Blood, Drew McIntyre and Punk.
Crown Jewel, Punk and Rollins. And
Survivor Series, no clue.
Who knows? And then maybe save Triple Threat for Mania.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
See what they can
we'll
do.
have them in the Royal Rumble, all three of them in there. Mm-hmm. And then Elimination Chamber.
Maybe they're all three in the chamber match.
There we go.
And then WrestleMania, Triple Threat.
Now, for the Elimination Chamber match, which is a long way, and we'll probably have new champions all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do, like, Cody Rhodes losing it there? Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think Rhodes is taking it to Mania
He will.
against The Rock.
I feel like we'll definitely have a new world champion
Possibly.
at Chamber.
You think Gunther will lose it?
It's Gunther. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see who wins this thing. There's so much to go for. Mm-hmm. It's a long time from now, so we don't have to worry about that. We can talk about this way more later in other episodes. Yep. But it's nice to catch up.
Get back in
into
the groove of things.
We'll go ahead and do match reviews next week.
Next week we'll go over SummerSlam.
We probably won't have them selected right now.
Oh, you mean the 3 matches? Yeah. We'll start that back up next week.
Yeah,
we'll start things back up. We're just kind of getting back in the groove.
We'll do like this episode's gonna be a little short because we're moving segments and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have our top
I want to start
10.
doing some trivia against you and test your knowledge maybe a little bit.
My knowledge is not
wrestling
the best.
knowledge. We'll see.
Yours is a lot better than mine.
We'll see. Maybe you can bring some questions. See if you can stump me.
And there's also, I definitely like to see more segments added. Maybe that's like a new thing we add with our return.
Yeah.
You know.
The rebrand. This is the rebrand.
The rebrand of Ring Talk.
Yes.
We'll definitely make our room look better.
Yeah, we'll
get that sign back there.
Yeah, one of these days.
I'm gonna definitely do it before school starts because then I know for sure I won't have any time to do it.
School.
And that might mean we might not be able to post as much.
We'll see.
We'll see. We could definitely find dates or whatever and do this.
All right, Caysen, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. let us know what you think about SummerSlam. Are you hyped? Which matches are you hyped for? Which matches could you see being added to the card?
Do you have any predictions that you didn't hear from us?
Yeah. I feel like the main question for like the groups that aren't showing up at Mania is like, I mean, not Mania. SummerSlam is, will they show up at SummerSlam?
Will they show? Will Wyatt 6 get involved?
Will Wyatt 6?
And you know, more matches could be announced in this week.
Yeah. I say we get a Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable, maybe like a pre-show thing.
Possibly. It's possible.
But, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for listening to us even after us not posting for how many weeks? 3?
I know. I did that single episode.
You did.
It was by myself.
Did that go well? I didn't listen to it.
It was all right. It's just a little something just to give the people
I was
something.
out of town whenever you posted it.
He was out of town. Fancy guy over here. Taking trips.
I don't do that often.
Taking trips. I don't do that. I was lucky to get a week off last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
We have jobs, people. If you want us to do this full time,
watch and comment. That's the best thing you can do. And share.
And you gotta share with people. We can't be doing this for
according to the people. That's how the algorithms work.
Yeah. If you're on YouTube, make sure to click on that little bell to get notifications.
Big old bell.
Are you gonna making like the videos of like the shorter videos with each segments and stuff?
I try to get at least a couple.
Yeah, I feel like that would help.
Yeah, I put the.
And yeah, I'm sure y'all like that too.
Yeah, a little shorter form content.
But yeah, let's head out of here.
Let's close this out.
51-minute episode, not bad. Well, 52 by the time we ended it.
Thank you guys for watching. I am Magic Tyler. This is Caysen.
Heck yeah. We are back, baby. We're back.
We'll see you guys next time.
Fireworks? Hey! There we go. Spotify's like, what are they talking about?
What are they talking about?
Yeah, go to the YouTube, man.
Go to the YouTube. All right. See ya.
See ya.